So take courage, my heart. Stay steadfast, my soul. He's in the waiting. Oh, you're in the waiting.
Hey everybody, Pastor Jake here. Thanks for joining us again on our Bonfire Conversations with our lit students. I can't talk right. Lit students with our lit students. And today we're going to be talking to Tryston Alvey. Tryston's pretty awesome. I've been around Tryston for a long time, and he's a great kid. In fact, I've been around all these students that we've been doing these conversations with for a while, and man, they are great students, and that's why they're hand-chosen, selected to be on this team, because we see great potential and leadership in their lives and who they are. But what we want you to do is get to know who they are, because some of you have no clue who they are, and we want you to know who the leaders are that's running your ministry, students. So we have Tryston with us today. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing great.
T, I got to tell a story about you real quick, if that's okay. He goes by T. That's one of his nicknames. That's one of your many nicknames. I'll ask that question in a minute. But I got to tell this funny story. I'm going to tell a funny story about you, if that's cool.
Go ahead.
I'm sure you're okay with that. So, funny story about T. We were at Walmart just a few, you're not seeing this video in real time, so just so you're aware. But so a few weeks ago, maybe a week ago, from this point, today, which you're not going to see this anyway. Never mind. A few weeks ago, or a week or so ago, we was in Walmart. We was looking around stuff, and Tryston's in there. And one of my kids, when my son comes up to me, I think it might have been Jake. He comes up to me and says, "Hey, Dad, that Alvey boy." He had a hard time remembering which one you were, I guess, or he was just so trying to get it out so fast. He says, he's here, and I said, who? And I walk over, and I see Tryston, and he's on the other side of the clothes stuff, and I go, "Hey, T-Bone!" And I don't know why I screamed, "Hey, T-Bone." I have never screamed, "Hey, T-Bone" to you ever. I've never called you T-Bone.
No.
I don't know if anybody ever has called you T-Bone.
No.
But I said, "Hey, T-Bone." T-Bone about dropped to the floor. I don't know if he was afraid, or if he just slipped, or if he was afraid and was slipping at the same time, but I thought he was going to fall down.
I don't know what happened. I just it was just this reaction to just lunge forward. I don't know.
So he was going to come at me. That's what he was really doing. It wasn't flight, it was fight. He was coming to get me, and he slipped and fell. Yeah. So it was a good time. It's fun. So T-Bone, tell me some more of your nicknames. What's some of the other nicknames you have?
Well, we have Little Taquito. There's T-Bone, TT, which I hate a ton. That's what my cousin used to call me, and I hated it so much.
TT?
Yes.
I'm going to remember that one. Anyway.
On the back of my shirt, I have Snooter Boy for academic team. So that's,
Snooter Boy.
Yes.
This is great.
I use that one a lot. Trying to think of some more.
Now, what's Mom call you? What's Mom's nickname for you?
Stump. Actually.
Stump. Because it was not I knew she doesn't have a T name for you. So,
yeah, no. It's,
your brother, you have an older brother, and his nickname is?
Larry.
Larry.
Yes.
So there's Larry, Stump, and what's Riley's nickname?
I'm trying to think. I don't think Riley has a nickname.
Love of her life, favorite child.
Yeah.
So Stump, I gotta know.
Yeah.
Stump?
Yes, Stump. Because
I gotta know why.
So one time, we have this thing in which we go back at each other. It's a joke thing, I hope. But she was she called me a useless stump once.
Wow. Beth.
So that one sticks.
Hang on, hold on.
I'm happy that everybody's seeing this.
Hold on. So, let me just tell you, Beth Alvey, T-Bone's mom, Stump's mom.
Yeah.
She's one of our adult leaders here at AMP Student Ministries, and she's awesome. She really is. But I'm just enjoying this way probably more than I should. So Stump, I was really hoping it wasn't a height joke, because anyway, you're not short like me. So nevertheless, so Stump. T-Bone, TT. Should I call you TT when we all come back together? Should I be "Hey TT, can you come up and pray"? I won't do that. I wouldn't do that. All right. So So where do you go to school at? Well, because, by the way, and we've mentioned this on every video we've done so far, we're in the middle of a pandemic, y'all, or at the end of a pandemic.
Yeah.
We're somewhere in a pandemic, and we've been quarantined for a while. These guys have not been in school for the last 2 months?
Yes.
Something like that. So they've been out of school. They're not going back to school this year, or this school year, for sure. But when you were in school, where'd you go? What school did you go to?
I was in 8th grade at the middle school.
At what school district?
North County Middle School.
North County Middle School. So he was in 8th grade at North County Middle School. In fact, he's going to be a freshman next year. Going to be rock on high school, yeah. So going to be one of our freshman students next year at North County Middle School. Go blue and gold. So just hey, gotta represent. Love all my schools. Love them all. It's cool. Going to be in the 9th grade. How old are you?
14.
14. When's your birthday?
January 17th.
January 17th. I feel like that's an important day. Maybe just for you. I don't know. I feel like there's somebody else whose birthday was January 17th. I don't know. Anyway, so, all right. So what is, let's do some easy stuff. We'll start out with some easy stuff. We started out with some very funny stories, but what's your favorite color?
This is okay. It's an easy question, but it's kind of hard to describe. It's like blue, but not. It's like lighter. It's like a teal, but not.
Okay, so it's not that.
It's like a darker teal.
A darker teal. Okay. Hey, I like greens of all color. Blues and greens are my favorite color, so I'm down with that. Unless it's cardinal red, then I'm really digging cardinal red as well. So, are you a sports guy? Are you into any kind of sports at all? It's cool. You don't have to be.
No, I'm just gonna go with no.
This is gonna go with no. This is like no. We went out one time and disc golfed.
Oh yeah.
It's been a while back. It's been a couple years ago. I'm trying to think of who all was there. I know it was me and you and your brother.
Yeah.
And there was some other guys there too.
Caden there? I think Caden.
Colby might have been there.
Yes.
Because I know I picked Kyle and Colby up from the middle school, because that was back when they were in middle school. I don't think you were in middle school. You weren't even in AMP yet.
No.
At all.
I was in 6th grade, I think.
So.
5th grade.
5th grade. I think you're in 5th grade. Yeah, it's been a while.
Grade.
So, you're not a sports guy. You're not into any kind of sports. That's cool. Like video games. I know you're into video games. What's your favorite video game right now? If you were to go home at this moment, you're sitting down in front of a video game. What are you playing?
So there's this farming game. I just got called Stardew Valley.
You did not just say a farming game. Are you for real right now?
I am for real.
Awesome. That's cool. No, I'm thinking that's cool. Like, I didn't see that. I saw like a Fortnite, Minecraft kind of guy.
I have not played Fortnite in a long while.
Well, how come? Because you don't just...
I don't know. I just never...
I'm not very good at it. Just so I die real easy, real quick. People shoot me out of the air when I'm flying into the ground. It's horrible. So, farming, what got you into that?
I don't know. I just think it's kind of like relaxing, I guess.
It's kind of relaxing?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, so I don't know if these things still exist. I know when Facebook kind of first came out, they had like a farm thing. It's not like that, right? Is it real simulated farming, or is it like cartoonish?
It's kind of a mix of both.
Okay.
It's more realistic than like Farmville and stuff.
Okay.
But it's also still cartoony and stuff.
Okay. So you get to plant stuff and have animals and the whole thing. Oh, neat. I'd try that. I grew up, you know what? I hated farming when I was a kid growing up, because we had gardens and the cows didn't bother me so much, but I hated gardening, man. It was dumb. It was just really dumb. All right. So when you were in school, let me back up. Let's go back to the video game thing. So, how long you been farming?
2 days.
2 days. So you legitimately just got this game.
Well, I played it like a while ago, but I haven't been able to buy it until just now. So.
Gotcha. Okay. What console? What's your favorite console?
The Nintendo Switch.
Nintendo Switch, man. You and Jed, my youngest son, you get along real great. What about the Switch do you like? See, we just bought a Switch. super impressed with the graphics, but maybe I only have one game, so I don't it's not that grand of a game either. So
Well, I like the fact that you can like take it off and play it, but then you can also put it back on. I don't know.
okay,
I'm just too fan of that.
you should come play the Switch at my house, and I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, we now have a projector that shoots a 127-inch screen
Oh wow, that's
on the wall, and when you
awesome.
play anything on that, it's just really neat to do. So.
that's awesome.
So all right, so the Nintendo Switch. What? So you don't like the PlayStation? You don't like Xbox?
I kind of like it, but like, I don't know.
You don't know? Okay. Because the Switch is where it's at right now.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So let's shift a little bit. You have two brothers, no sisters, right? You don't have a.
Thank the Lord.
Thank the Lord. No sisters, two brothers. Got a mom and a dad. They're awesome people. I love your mom and dad. They're great. What about? Let me see. Have you been to any other school other than North County, or have you just grown up in North County your whole life?
I've gone to North County for my whole life.
Your whole life.
Yeah.
Whole life. So, let me ask you this question like this. Knowing that you've been to North County your whole life, do you ever wish that you might have went to another school at some point, or you satisfied with North County, or not? You don't talk bad about teachers or anything. I'm not saying do that, but I mean like.
I've never been a fan of Mrs. No, I'm just kidding. I've never wanted to go to another school, but I've definitely been dissatisfied with my experience at North County.
Okay. So you wouldn't necessarily change anything.
Yeah, I just kind of deal with it.
You just kind of wish it was a little better. Well, I got you. Okay. I'm gonna spin a little bit different direction real quick. I came across a video the other day that I want to reenact.
Oh no.
With you.
I'm scared.
And some of the other students that we have, and you were the kids camp linebacker.
Oh man.
Video.
I remember
that you ran, and Drew, who's on our lit team.
Yes.
Which y'all should have seen his video by now. He was the kids camp linebacker,
Yeah.
and he's like tiny,
Yeah.
like. And I'm not no diss, Drew. I'm not disrespecting you right now, but you're a little bitty dude then. So
Yeah.
you sat there, you're like, man, since that kids camp linebacker, I loved that video. You're kind of zany when it comes to doing video shoots and stuff like that. So with that being said, what gives you kind of that, where do you get that, where do you think, I'm going to ask you this question, so mom and dad's going to see this video, just so you're aware. Who do you get your crazy, goofy kind of personality from? Because I promise you, you're not, when you get to know the real Tryston, like most y'all think he's just real quiet, reserved, kind of, that ain't the real Tryston. When you get to know the real Tryston, he's like zany, goofy, crazy kind of guy. Tell me who that personality comes from, mom or dad? Or is it a mixture of both?
I feel like it's a mixture of both. Mostly my dad though.
So many things I want to say right now, but I'm not going to. All right, let's switch gears just a little bit. Still staying on some light topic kind of stuff. Food. You like food?
I do like food. It shows.
I like food. I love food. Restaurants are opening back up right now. We are glory. Anyway, preach now. Anyway, so with that being said, what is your favorite food to eat?
Boneless wings. I don't know why.
Boneless. I love me some bone. In fact, just the other day when the restaurants opened back up, went to Applebee's and ate me some boneless wings. Just saying. Like boneless wings from Applebee's or B-Dubs or anywhere else. But not to put something into your head, where's your favorite place to get a boneless wing at?
I have no idea.
You don't have a favorite place to get a boneless wing?
There's this place called 54th Street Grill that we used to go to, and it was like really good.
Where is that at? Is that around here? Is it in St. Louis? Or?
No, it's pretty far away. I can't remember what it is because we haven't gone in a while. But
okay.
It's pretty good.
So, all right. So that's where you get your favorite wing at. But what's your favorite? So, like today, we can go back to restaurants.
Yeah.
Today, if you walk out that door and like, we're going out to eat somewhere, where are you picking? If they said, hey, T-bone, hey, stump, eat, stumpy, stump,
Yeah.
stump rules. I don't know. I'll make up new names. Where do you want to go eat at today? Where are you picking?
I've been having a craving for L-Tap.
Ooh,
I don't
yes. Speaking of which, I'm going to be going to LTAP a whole lot more because I'm learning Spanish now, and I just want to go in there and speak Spanish to these people just so I can work on my Spanish-speaking language skills. But I love Mexican food. Chili's. You ever been Chili's?
Yes, I love Chili's.
Oh, chili. It's not real authentic Mexican food,
Yeah,
but it's good. With all that, what is your favorite subject in school? Now, hang on, because every time I ask this question, everybody else are like, well, I like this class because of this teacher, but that's not my favorite subject. Well, I understand. We'll get to that question. What's your favorite thing to learn about when you're in school?
History or ELA.
History or English language arts? Okay. Why history?
I don't know. I just feel like I can like learn it easier, but it's also nice to know like what's happened in our world.
So that when you know your history, you're bound and determined not to repeat it most of the time. Unless never mind, I started to say political things. I shouldn't do that. So we won't get into that today. All right, so history. Now, who's your favorite teacher? Is that your history teacher?
Well, it's actually my ELA. Wait, like of all time.
Let's go favorite teacher of all time. Let's do that.
Well,
because they may watch this.
that's extremely hard to say, but I really like my third grade teacher, Mrs. Daniels. She's up there.
She's up there?
Yes.
Like, you're not talking about an age, though. Like, okay, anyway, we don't answer that. Mrs. Daniels, if you get to see this, T-Bone, you're his favorite. All right, so you go to North County, ELA, social studies. Are you in band? Do you do band?
Yes.
You're in band. So, and you play.
I'm a percussionist.
He's a percussionist, y'all. This is our second percussionist to interview. So which means I'm going to say he's a drummer, but there's so much more to percussion than just playing the drums. But he is a drummer. Do you play any other instruments other than percussion
I used to play trombone.
You did, I remember that. And so you don't play trombone anymore?
Well, I was supposed to, but then I just kind of shifted away from it.
Okay. Now, how hard was it to play the trombone? Was that pretty?
I thought it was fairly easy, but I'm sure it gets a lot harder whenever you're not in 6th grade band. So,
so when when you're not just playing. Anyway, I was in band like 7th grade percussion, 6th grade, 7th grade percussion. Anyway, that's ancient history now because I'm old. So now let's do this. Not that I'm trying to entice you or influence you in any way, shape, or form, but who's your favorite superhero?
Iron Man. Iron Man is the best.
No.
Yes.
We should fight right now. I'm wearing a Captain America shirt. What's wrong with you?
Iron Man and Spider-Man, they're...
Listen, I'm going to name 2 people. These are it.
Okay.
Captain America and the Flash. That's it. That's the only 2.
But then if you go above that, you can actually find Iron Man and Spider-Man.
Oh, he's so funny. He's got jokes. Stump.
I'm so
it's okay. TT. Yeah.
Oh no.
So you like Iron Man. What is it about Iron Man that you like? Why is he?
Because he has a good sense of humor. I don't know.
Oh,
And
well,
he has gun hands. So
and billions of dollars.
yes, he's rich. So
He's not a real superhero, though. You know that, right? Like, he's just smart. Like, he can just build things. Like,
smarter than Captain America,
he's
though.
not a real superhero. He's not tougher than Captain America. Anyway, I'm just saying. I'm just throwing out there. So, what about? So, what's your favorite show, movie? Let's go with movie. How about movie? What's your favorite movie?
That's a really hard one. I don't know, actually.
You don't know?
I really don't. I have a lot of movies that I really like.
If you had to pick one right now, like you had to pick one, all the rest of them are going away. They're never coming back, and you're only allowed to see this one movie ever again.
Oh,
Which one is it?
that is really difficult.
Oh, but I'm gonna make you answer it. Because you're an
Well,
Iron Man fan.
I can't really. Endgame. I really like Endgame.
Okay.
I'd go with that.
Okay, she's gonna.
Avengers Endgame. Yeah.
So, have you seen the new Star Wars movie?
Yes.
Just came out yesterday on live on Disney
No,
Plus.
I haven't. No, I haven't. I thought
You
you meant. Yeah. No.
You haven't seen The Rise of Skywalker?
Nope.
Oh, it's a good movie. You need to see that. It's a good movie. Anyway, so do you like the Star Wars movies?
Well, I used to be like a huge person on that, and then I haven't really gone back into it. I guess.
Gosh, you should get back into it.
I
It's
was
good
like
stuff.
a wee lad whenever I was a huge.
He was a wee little lad,
Yeah.
like me. So let's shift into some a little more deep conversation. Which one do I want to ask you first? Let's ask you this one. Here we go. Who is your favorite person from biblical history? So out of the Bible, I don't call them characters because that makes me feel like they're not real.
Yeah.
Out of the Bible, because these are very real people. Out of the Bible, as we read the Bible, who was your favorite? Who is your favorite Bible historical person of all time? Now, the obvious answer for all of us who are Christians would be Jesus. Like, that's who we would want to meet.
Yeah.
So if Jesus being number one, who's the next person in line?
So I have 3 people that I like.
They're pretty equal.
One of them is like kind of weird, but okay. I really like Moses, David, and Samson.
Okay. Moses, David, and Samson. We'll go with all 3 of them.
All right.
Number one, tell me why about Moses.
I just feel like the way that he like listened to God instead of just like rejecting him, and how like that snowballed basically, I guess, into saving ultimately an entire like God's people.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's good. So David, Moses, David, and Samson. So tell me about David. Why? What about David? Because I feel like you probably connect to or relate or something about them makes you drawn to them. What about David?
I like David's sense of bravery, and how like whenever everybody was scared, he could like stepped up to do what God was wanting him to do.
So like with him and Goliath, or
Yes.
even with him in the field with his father's sheep when he killed the bear and he killed the lion. All right, so tell me about Samson. What about him?
The thing, okay, Samson.
Now, is this the one that you said because he said it was kind of
Yes,
different? Okay,
yes.
all right.
The thing about Samson, like, he was like going great, and then he messed up. But like the thing is, he didn't let that just like completely stop him. Like he still went back, and in his final moments, he still did something for God. So
Repentance type situation where you can still be used of God even after. That's awesome. One thing I love about Samson is he killed a bunch of guys with the jawbone of a donkey. I just find that to be pretty. But that's just me. I don't know. And he killed a lion with his bare hands. That was kind of neat too. All right. So with that being the case, if you had Moses, David, and Samson in the room right now, and you could ask them one question, each one of them. Give me a different question for each one of them. But if you could ask them each one question, what would that question be? Moses, start with Moses. What would you ask Moses if you could ask him one question? What would it be?
I feel like it'd be like, this is really hard to put. Like, what was it like? Like, what was it like to have like all that responsibility like on your shoulders and stuff? I guess, and like be able to handle it and still pull through.
That's awesome. Good question. What about David? What would you ask him?
Oh man. Okay. How hard was it to like, I guess, summon all that like courage in yourself to trust in God and do like what he did? I guess.
And you could really say that about his whole life. 'Cause
Yeah, that's
everything he did. I mean, it took a lot of strength and courage for him to do the things he did. So that's good. That's good. Man, these are good questions. You have some good questions. Samson, what would you ask him? That dude was messed up, man. I tell you, if you've never read about Samson, you need to go to the Book of Judges and read about Samson because he's messed up. But anyway,
I guess if I would ask Samson something, it'd be like, how were you able to come back from that? Like, how were you able to like think? Like, I feel like sometimes, like, well, actually, a lot of the time, people are like, well, I did this, God won't love me and stuff. Like, he bounced back, I feel like, with, like, how do I put this? Like, he came back and, like, he was still, like, as strong as he was. I feel like sometimes we, like, do something, we're like, oh, no. And we come back, but then it's just, like, it's not the same, and you have to, like, work up to that. But I feel like he really, like, whenever he did come back to God, I feel like he was still there, I guess.
Like it was like there was a momentary lapse, but it was like the way he was then before the fall of his situation to the way when he came back was no different. Like it was the same for him.
Yeah, it was like,
yeah. How do you bounce back like that?
Yeah.
That's good. That's a good question. That's awesome. Let's stay in this vein. Favorite Bible verse?
Philippians 4:13.
Okay. Why?
It inspires me, and it's like, you got this.
Tell everybody what Philippians 4:13 is.
Hold on. I'm really rough. I kind of butcher it a lot. Man, hold on. I really don't want to do this because then it's gonna be like.
I can do all things. Is that?
Yeah. I can do all things
through Christ who strengthens me.
Yeah, because
I'm just lucky that I remember that. I'm not really.
Yeah.
I'm a pastor, and I'm not really good
I
at
forget things
remembering
so
where
easily.
things are at, but
It
I know
really
where
scares
verses
me.
are at. Yeah. So that's good stuff. So, what's your favorite book? So, go-to book in the Bible. If you're just going to read the Bible, what's your favorite book to go to?
Psalms, definitely.
Psalms. What about Psalms is it that?
Well, whenever I was like in fear, something about Psalms just brings me like joy, I guess, and like peace.
Awesome.
Whenever I need it.
Okay, cool, awesome, love that, love that. So let's get ready to wrap this up. Real quick, final questions. Well, I've asked this to everybody. I haven't asked everybody the same questions necessarily. I've asked them a lot of the same questions, but not definitely in the same order. But I've asked this question at the end of every interview we've done. If you could tell everybody one thing, just one thing that you could tell to everybody who's going to watch this, who sees this, what would you tell them?
I guess like don't give up and like don't worry, because a lot of times we can, like I have some pretty I have a lot of like stress, I guess, and sometimes that like really gets to me and I become extremely worried. But I feel like the ability to not give up and like keep going at it is something that you really need to stay with God and stay with God and like live a good life with Him. And like, I don't know, I can't.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Don't give up. Let God take control.
Yeah.
Trust in Him. That's perfect. This these students that we have they're incredible students. They're incredible leaders, and we do this so you get to know them. And we want you to get to know them. And the best way to get to know them is by coming to church. And guess what? We're doing that. So we want you to show up, see us on Wednesday nights, hang out with these guys, and get to know them. Let them pray for you. Let them talk to you and talk to them about what's going on in your life. Because I promise you, these guys are awesome. And that's why they're leaders. That's why they're here. And that's why they do what they do. Hey, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us with our Bonfire Conversations with our lit students. And we appreciate you guys sharing this video, liking this video, subscribing to our YouTube channel, following us on Facebook, Instagram. Hey, we want to get the word out. What do we want to do? We want to tell everybody about Jesus, and that's what this is all about. So we love you guys. We appreciate you guys, and we'll see you next time.
Ciao.
You said, Jesus, there would be another student missions movement out of America. Oh God, so we say, let it be, let it be,